So when I got into motion design, I didn't think I was going to be doing like expressions or math or ever be interested in tools like Cavalry. And that was because I struggled with maths in school. And to be honest, I still struggle a bit today. And it's more just a fear thing. It's not like a capability thing. And occasionally I come across these things where I'm like, oh yeah, I knew about that once and I've never really mastered it. And today's one was modulo or modulus. I was watching a tutorial by Studio Nordest. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly. Probably not. Probably not pronouncing that well. And I was like, damn, like I've even used this in rigs in Cavalry and I haven't really mastered it yet. So I wrote this article. You can find it on my website. But I thought I'd add a companion to this article, which is sort of breaking this down in Cavalry in a very simple way with the math utility. So the reason people usually want this, or at least the reason I've wanted it in the past and I have used it, is a kind of looping value. You turn time or an increasing value that's forever increasing, it's usually time, into a looping value, right? Like, so you basically say, I want, as we go forwards in time, for this value to go up to 100 and then back down to 0 and up to 100 and up to... And the quickest way to do that is with modulus or modulo. Someone can comment about how to pronounce that properly. Different scenarios, I don't know yet. And so it's basically like this. So if we go to math here and we put it in and we go to modulus, you can see that like if we do something like how many times does 5 go into 10, the result is 2, right? You don't see that here. The thing that we care about is the remainder, which is 0. Don't worry, I'll go over this if this doesn't make sense. Let's take another one like 7. How many times does 3 go into 7? Well, it goes in twice, 6. What's the remainder? 1. Okay, so modulo, is one of those things where you don't care about the result, you care about the remainder, right? And this allows us to create looping values, because if you take time, say like let's say you want to loop every 100 frames, right? And you at frame 1 the result is 1, right? At frame 2 the result is 2, 3, 4, etc. The remainder is 4, because how many times does 100 go into 4? 0. But what's the remainder? 4, if that makes sense. This is where my brain dies slightly. If we then power this with time, look what happens when we go past 100. We loop back down again, because 101 divided by 100 is 1, right? How many times was 100 go into 100? Once. Throw that away. What's the remainder? 1. And then if we go up to 102, how many times does 100 go into 102? It goes in once, but we don't care about that. We care about the remainder, and the remainder is 2, if that makes sense. So basically, we create a 100-frame loop by doing modulus with this operation, if that makes sense. So if we take the actual thing that's, let me leave that in there, which is time in Cavalry, which is frame, and we pipe that. By the way, if you've never seen this before, if you hit play here, you can see that time is here. This is the sort of the default time here. You can do interesting things to time here. We're not going to talk about that in this tutorial. But if we pipe time into this first value here, as you saw when I was dragging it, we'll create a perfect 100-frame sort of looping value, which just goes on forever. 0 to 100, 0 to 100, 0 to 100. So let's do that. So pipe it into here. At 0, we have the result of 0. But then as soon as we go past 100, we get back to 0, and that's how you can create a kind of scaling effect, right? So let's say we had and in Studio Nordest's tutorial he was doing that. Let's say that we want the scale, the width, to go from 0 to 100 like this, and just keep doing that again and again. What would we do? Well, we've already rigged this up, so we need to, let's put back live mode on. We want math, which is the output, right? Because we've already dialed this in to go into the rectangle shape. Sorry, guys. I just need this up, don't I? So size 100. So we're going to put this into just the width, like this. So now we press play, and every 100 frames, this is going to repeat, right? And then we can change our operation to do this. So maybe we want it every 50 frames, we want it to repeat, or even less, like 30 frames. We can see this is going to be much quicker now, right? And if we want to speed it up, we could do it in a couple of different ways, I think. I would do it in frame. I guess you do it. Would this slow it down? No, there we go. We can 2 times time. We can do 3 times time, right? And then obviously if we want the value to be bigger, so that currently the scale is going to 30 each time. That's not much for this rectangle, right? So let's say we want a 200 width rectangle, then, oh, sorry, I pressed space there. So 200 width rectangle, hit enter. Now if we play, we're going to get a 200 width rectangle there, and we probably need to speed up the time a bit to get this a bit more interesting. So hopefully that makes sense. That was one of those things that I was struggling with a bit today. This is a cool rig to just play around with yourself to really understand the principles, and hopefully the article helps you motion designers out there as well. Cheers.